first and foremost, a quality win. You know, completely different to the wins that come before it, where it was all about how we played with the ball. Saturday against Harrogate was one how we played without the ball. They came with really good structure, strong, physical, looked after the ball well to the extent that we probably only saw it for 2 or 3 minutes in that first half. But the way we defended was different level. The second half, a little bit more of the ball, even that up a little bit, got into their half a little bit more, and obviously created the opportunity for the drop goal that never was, which Spears showed the commitment. I think it's fitting in him chasing what looked like a bit of a dead end and getting that just rewards for that extra bit of effort, which I think we put in over the course of the game. But high quality game, probably there's only been, I can only think of the game at home against Huddersfield last year in terms of how nip and tuck it was, two really evenly matched teams. Thankfully on this occasion we were on the better end of the result, and it just sets us up nicely, I think, in terms of how that game went for the next 4 months of the season, because the weather's going to restrict the way that you can play with the ball. It's not going to be pinging from side to side like we'd had it throughout those first weeks in September and October. So the fact that we can dig in, defend, stay patient, not try and score with every phase, I think will set us up nicely as the weather's obviously turned and we're now in the mud. But yeah, great win. But Jono mentioned tonight with the lads, that's not the high point of the season. That's a step along the way. We can't sort of celebrate that now because we're only 7 games in. It's about working hard now for the other 15 and maintaining our position and where we are. Yeah, so obviously a week off, and as much as the bodies needed a week off in terms of momentum, we probably didn't, but we come back with 2 big games this week. Obviously the Hawks have got Brods. Don't have to go into what that means for both sides. Local bragging rights, the sort of, we're not playing each other at the minute at first team level, so this is that rivalry at the minute in terms of the second teams playing each other. We've got a strong squad out ready for Saturday, and I think that I'll back the boys to go and do a really good job, I think. And in terms of the first, probably the best opponents we could have after a week off, because they've just turned Alnwick over. So we're not going over there thinking this will be a walk in the park. We need to be on our toes, because I don't think many people saw that result coming, but if you read their match reports, they've had moments in each and every one of the games that have been played, some of the teams at the top end. So it's helped us focus for that. On Saturday, the boys will be going over there. The same focus we've got for Harrogate, whether it be Ilkley, whether it be Alnwick, we'll be treating Driffield exactly the same in order to come away with a result. Because if we're anything off, just like they did with Alnwick, they'll turn us over. Two really good choices. I think probably could have been it in September as well. They've both started the season's really strong. I think I said the week before last about Josh with his exploits against Cleckheaton. When he's fit, focused, and his mind's on the game, he's a real handful. And he's maintained that throughout the month of October. He's playing nearly 80 minutes most weeks, scoring tries from 20 yards, but against Harrogate as well, his ball carrying into a brick wall defence and his ability to make tackle after tackle after tackle were just immense and kind of solidified his position as a player of the month. So we're looking for 6 to 7 more months of that form from him, and if he's something like that, then obviously the rest of the team will be really well placed to carry on this form. Equally, Fletch, great to have him back now on a week-to-week basis. He dipped in towards the end of last season, I think, and rediscovered his love for rugby, and that's shown this season. Been a real leader in that Hawk side. I know Cheese has valued his contributions, and it's kind of made him a leader in terms of where I think sometimes in the past he's maybe been like a joker, and that's been his role, where he's been someone who brings that energy and the boys want him around in that sense. I think he's really grown into that role of actually setting standards with the Hawks, and it's nice to see him step into that and show that, yeah, he's a joker and he's got that fun side to his personality, but when it's time to get down to business, he's led those boys and brought them and with him, which has shown in their results too. So 2 really good choices. I think honourable mentions for the skipper Harvey, pushed Josh throughout the month of October, particularly since he's moved to number 8 as well. It's sort of, he's taken that ball carrying responsibility on a bit and been really fierce. Likewise, I think Max has had another good month in the Hawks and pushed Fletch close with his all-round game in terms of with the ball and without the ball. He's not your usual scrum half, and he'll probably be looking to carry that on and maybe get the nod in November.